Your coat was on the hallway chair where you had left it late last night. The collar held the city code, the sleeve still caught the traffic light. I touched the place your shoulder warmed and drew my fingers back again. The room had lost the sound of you, but your coat still smelled like rain. Not enough to bring you home, just enough to make you stay. Inside the quiet of the room, long after you had walked away, your coat still smelled like rain, like midnight on the avenue, like every door I watched too long, believing it would open back to you. Your coat still smelled like rain, and something softer underneath, the trace of all the words you held. The final night you could not speak. A silver button had come loose. I found it by the bedroom door. I placed it in the porcelain dish beside the keys you used before. The window shook beneath the storm. Taxi crossed the glass in red. I almost heard your careful step, then only thunder came instead. Some things remain without a heart, a center thread, a little stain. The body leaves, the room goes still, but fabric keeps the rain. Your coat still smelled like rain, like midnight on the avenue, like every door I watched too long, believing it would open back to you. Your coat still smells like rain, and something softer underneath, the trace of all the words you held. The final night you could not speak. I could have folded it at sunrise, placed it somewhere out of view, but grief can make a shrine from anything that once belonged to you. So I let it guard the hallway, through the blue and silver dawn. became just weather, and the coat became a coat. Your coat still smelled like rain, but I no longer heard your name. And every drop against the window, and every passing headlights flame, your coat still smelled like rain. When I carried it downstairs, I gave it to a stranger, sheltering from the cold October air. Your coat still smelled like rain. And she thanked me and moved on. I watched the city take it from me, and knew that you were finally gone. The hallway chair stood empty, morning rested on the grain. Your coat no longer waited there, but outside it still rained. The hotel clock was leaning toward the colder side of 2. Neon slipped across the curtains and turned the whole room blue. I had nearly reached the silence that arrives when hope is gone. Then the telephone beside me rang once, stopped and carried on. I lifted it without a word. No greeting crossed the line, only breath against the distance, measured softly next to mine. A record played behind you, low enough to hide the song. But I knew the way you waited when you wanted to be wrong. Midnight call from room 309. No confession, no goodbye, just your breathing through the wire, and the truth you could not hide. Midnight call from room 309, from one floor above my own. You were close enough to haunt me, still too far to come back home. I asked, is someone with you? Then the hallway music changed. A woman laughed behind the receiver, and every doubt became a name. You beside you turning, and a dress move across the ground. You did not need to answer, you had answered everything. Midnight call from room 309. No confession, no goodbye, just your breathing through the wire, and the truth you could not hide. From one floor above my own, you were close enough to haunt me, still too far to come back home. I could have crossed the corridor, could have taken the stairs, could have watched your newest promise move her fingers through your hair. But some doors are better unopened, some scenes are better left unseen. I had already heard enough between the spaces where you breathe. So I set the phone beside me, let your silence meet the wall. For the first time in our story, I did not answer when you called. Midnight call from room 309. But I never called it love. You had hidden one floor higher. Still the truth had traveled down. Midnight call from room 309. Till the line went cold and still. You kept waiting for forgiveness, I kept learning that I will. Midnight called from room 309. As the eastern window shone, you were sleeping with another, I was waking on my own. At checkout I left no message, no address and no reply, only one unanswered telephone in room 309. Your letter waited by the window, underneath the amber lamp. 4 careful pages folded, with your distance in the stamp. I poured the wine you used to order, let it breathe beside the glass, then read the opening sentence like a doorway to the past. You wrote that love had changed you, that leaving hurt you too, but every word protected the man who had abandoned me for you. The wine grew warm beside me, while your reasons turned to stone. Some apologies asked forgiveness, some just help the guilty sleep alone. I left the wine beside your letter, let the red stain guard the was riding my way out. You mentioned all our good years, the summer house, the winter train, but not the nights I waited while you learned another woman's name. You called your choice a weakness, called betrayal losing sight, as those softer words could change where you had spent those missing nights. I reached the final paragraph where you asked me not to hate, then signed your name beneath a promise that had come a year too late. I left the wine beside your letter, let the red stain guard the page. I would not drink away the ending, I would not drown inside your shame. I left the wine beside your letter, with your last words facing down. You had written me a farewell. I was riding my way out. There was a time I would have answered line for line before the dawn, would have searched between your sentences for one reason to hold on. But love should never need translation when the truth is written clear. You were sorry that you lost me, not sorry for the wasted years. Lifted up the crystal, watched the candle through the red, then placed it gently by the envelope and chose the door instead. No final toast to memory, no drink to help forget. You had already taken enough from me. I would not give the morning yet. I left the wine beside your letter, untouched beneath the fading light. Let them keep each other company through the emptiness of night. I left the wine beside your letter and the key beside the glass. You could come collect your reasons, I had finished with the past. I left the wine beside your letter, then stepped into the rain. Your words remained upon the table, but they never held me there again. By sunrise, wine and paper would have lost their borrowed glow. I left the wine beside your letter and took only what I know. The rain had blurred the avenue and softened every sign. I waited underneath the awning at 9:15. You said the meeting ran too late. You said you needed air. Then through the silver curtain I saw you standing there. A red taxi stopped beside you, its back door once toward my window and lowered your guilty eyes. The streetlight caught your hesitation before you chose the lie. The woman in the red taxi moved over to make room. You climbed inside beside her and carried out my truth. The woman in the red taxi never even knew my name, but when she touched your shoulder, nothing in my heart stayed the same. Her lipstick marked the window as she leaned across your side. You smiled the way you used to before your tenderness learned to hide. The driver pulled into the traffic, the taillights stained the rain. I watched the city take you down a street I could not name. No argument had warned me, no letter had arrived, just one small door closing, and every doubt came alive. The woman in the red taxi moved over to make room. You climbed inside beside her and carried out my truth. The woman in the red taxi never even knew my name, but when she touched your shoulder, nothing in my heart stayed the same. I had asked you for an answer, you had always changed the scene, but betrayal looks much clearer through a rain-washed pane of glass. You called me near 11, said you were driving home, said the streets were full of trouble and your battery was low. I listened without anger to the careful tale you spun, and heard a woman laughing before the line went numb. I did not ask who she was, I did not ask you where. Some questions lose their purpose when the answer has been there. I used to think the ending would arrive with shattered plates, with voices in the hallway and a suitcase by the gate. But love can end in silence, at a corner in the rain, when a woman sees one gesture and no longer needs explaining. The taxi was only passing, the moment barely stayed. Still one red car beneath the streetlights took every mask away. The woman in the red taxi drove away with what I knew. She did not steal my lover, she revealed the man in you. The woman in the red taxi was a stranger passing through, but she gave me one clear moment after years of doubting truth. The woman in the red taxi disappeared beyond the light. You came home with explanations I had already left that night. The rain kept falling on the avenue till every color faded black. But somewhere in the distance I still saw that red taxi. Sunday entered through the curtains, soft and pale across the room. No alarm, no hurried footsteps, no trace of your cologne. Your side of the bed lay open, like a question without words. Outside the bells were ringing, and somewhere sang a morning bird. I reached across from habit, then let my hand return. The sheet was cool beneath my fingers, but the sunlight still felt warm. Sunday light on an empty bed, golden where your shadow used to rest. I thought the quiet would undo me, but it settled gently in my chest. Sunday light on an empty bed, no promises and no regret. I lost the arms that used to hold me, but I had not lost the morning yet. I made coffee in the kitchen, in the cup you never liked, opened both the balcony doors and let the whole room breathe outside. There was no one asking questions, no excuse I had to hear, only butter on the warm toast and the sky becoming clear. I played the record you complained of, let the piano fill the hall. For the first time, every note did not belong to you at all. Loneliness and freedom sometimes wear the same white dress. You only learn the difference when the heart begins to rest. Sunday light on an empty bed, golden where your shadow used to rest. I thought the quiet would undo me, but it settled gently in my chest. Sunday light on an empty bed, no promises and no regret. I lost the arms that used to hold me, but I had not lost the morning yet. I had feared the first day waking, with no breathing next to mine. Thought the room would feel abandoned, thought the clocks would lose their time. But peace arrived without announcing, in the steam above my cup, and every little ordinary thing reminded me I was enough. An empty bed is not a grave, it does not mean that love has won. Sometimes space is where a woman finally learns to face the sun. Sunday light on an empty bed, turn the linen white and gold. It found the places hurt had hidden, and warmed what grief had left cold. Sunday light on an empty bed, it on my skin. Sunday light filled up the empty bed, and I began again. The ballroom at the Blue Hotel still wore its faded gold. A pianist played the melodies that made the young feel old. The tables held white roses, the curtains framed the bay. Then he began the song we danced to on our final holiday. For one brief breath I saw you in your midnight dinner coat. Then the room returned to strangers and a softer, distant note. I almost left before the chorus, almost let the memory win. Then the rhythm crossed the carpet and invited me back in. I danced alone at the Blue Hotel, beneath the chandelier. I turned through every memory until you disappeared. I danced alone at the Blue Hotel, no hand around my waist, and found the night was still as sweet without your empty embrace. The couples moved together like slow shadows on the floor. I stepped beyond the velvet chair where I had waited by the door. My silver dress caught every light, my heels kept perfect time. For once the song did not belong to what was yours and mine. A waiter smiled while passing, an old woman raised her glass. No one looked at me with pity, no one asked about the past. I danced alone at the Blue Hotel, beneath the chandelier. I turned through every memory until you disappeared. I danced alone at the Blue Hotel, no hand around my waist, and found the night was still as sweet without your empty embrace. The saxophone moved lower, the brushes kissed the snare. I close my eyes and follow the blue notes through the air. One step for every promise, one turn for every tear. By the time the piano softened, I could feel myself appear. You once told me I was beautiful only when you held me near, as though your arms created every grace that brought me here. But beauty does not leave a woman when a faithless lover goes. It waits beneath her sorrow like music only she can know. So I danced for all the evenings I had made myself grow small, for the woman in the mirror who deserved to have it all. I danced alone at the Blue Hotel and never missed a beat. The room that once had held our love returned my life to me. I danced alone at the Blue Hotel while midnight crossed the bay. You were no longer in the music, you were only yesterday. I danced alone at the Blue Hotel until the final note, and walked outside beneath the stars with no hand upon my coat. The ballroom dim behind me, morning shimmered on the swell. I left my sorrow on the dance floor at the old Blue Hotel. You arrived on Friday evening in the suit I used to love, with a dozen crimson roses and a velvet box above. You spoke softly in the doorway, like the years had not gone by. Said you finally understood me, said you came to make things right. I looked down at all that beauty, then looked calmly at the man. You still thought a costly gesture could repair what trust no longer can. No ring, no roses, no regret. Nothing you can buy will change what I know. No polished stone, no sweet bouquet can make a broken promise whole. No ring, no roses, no regret. I have nothing left to prove. You brought me everything but honesty, and honesty was all I asked from you. You opened up the little box, a diamond caught Once I would have called it heaven and worn it through the night. You said the storm meant permanence, that this time you would stay. But permanence is not a jewel a frightened man can give away. The roses filled the hallway with a fragrance rich and rare, but flowers cannot bloom again where every tender root is dead. No ring, no roses, no regret. Nothing you can buy will change what I know. No polished stone, no sweet bouquet can make a broken promise whole. But honesty, and honesty was all I asked from you. Keep the ribbon, keep the gold, keep the promises grown old. Keep the petals, keep the shine. Nothing purchased makes you mine. You asked if there was someone else. Almost laughed out loud, as though a woman needs another man to finally walk out proud. I said there is someone waiting, and she has waited far too long. She is the woman in this mirror, learning where her heart belongs. You lowered both your empty hands, the box still open wide. Once you had no clever answer and no shadow left to hide. I used to dream of white arrangements, crystal glasses, wedding songs. But love is not the grand occasion. It is how two people carry on. It is truth inside the ordinary. It is kindness without display. It is choosing someone daily, not returning when they walk away. So take your symbols off forever to the woman I once was. She would have mistaken being chosen for the meaning of true love. No ring, no roses, no regrets. I closed the box and touched no stone. You had come to make me yours again. I had learned to be my own. No ring, no roses, no regret. No final kiss before you leave. I no longer need your promises to know what I deserve to receive. No ring, no roses, no regret. As I watched you cross the floor, you carried every gift back with you. I kept what mattered more. The doorway closed behind you, and no desire to follow. No desire to follow. The station clock read 7 underneath a smoky sky. I held one small leather suitcase and a ticket out of your life. The platform smelled of winter, steel and cold. coffee in the air. I watched the city through the glass and left our old address there. You had all night to stop me, all year to speak the truth, but the conductor closed the final door before I heard from you. The train left before your apology. Before your sorrow reached the line, your words arrived behind me, while the wheels carried away what once was mine. The train left before your apology, past the streets that knew our names. You finally found the truth to say, but I was already leaving on the train. My telephone began to tremble as the rooftop slipped from view. Your message filled the little screen with everything I once asked from you. You said you had been frightened. You said your pride had made you blind. You said no one had ever loved you with a heart as deep as mine. I read it once in silence, then turned the screen face down. The river crossed beneath the tracks as we passed the edge of town. Too late can still be honest, too late can still be true, the truth that comes when love is leaving cannot tell it what to do. The train left before your apology, before your sorrow reached the line. Your words arrived behind me, while the wheels carried away what once was mine. Past the streets that knew our names, you finally found the truth to say, but I was already leaving on the train. A woman by the window held a sleeping child close. An old man read the morning news while fields appeared through snow. No one knew what I was leaving, no one asked me where I'd been. The world kept moving gently without needing my heart to explain. Your second message asked me to return at the next stop, but healing is not turning back, because the guilty finally talk. I used to dream you chased me through the crowd and call could not wait through one more year. The train left before your apology, so I let your message end. Some words deserve forgiveness, but not another chance to begin. The station clock read 7 underneath a smoky sky. I held one small leather suitcase and a ticket out of your life. The platform smelled of winter, steel and coffee in the air. I watched the city through the glass and left our old address there. You had all night to stop me, all year to speak the truth. I woke before the curtains had released the morning blue. The mirror held a tired woman, still learning life without you. I washed the night from my face, pinned my hair up soft and high, then chose the golden earrings I had saved for happier times. They caught the early sunlight like two small flames beside my skin. I did not feel completely healed, but I was ready to begin. Gold earrings at the breakfast table, coffee warm in both my hands. No one sitting there to praise me, still I knew just who I am. Gold earrings at the breakfast table, catching daylight when I turned. I had dressed for my own morning, not for someone's love to earn. The waiter brought the menu and removed the extra place. I ordered fruit and butter toast without explaining any name. Outside the street was waking, taxis moved beneath the rain. A woman laughed across the room, and I almost smiled the same. I used to fear a table with one chair and one white cup, but solitude looks different when a woman has had enough. Gold earrings at the breakfast table, coffee warming both my hands. No one sitting there to praise me, still I knew just who I am. Gold earrings at the breakfast table, catching daylight when I turned. I had dressed for my own morning, not for someone's love to earn. No flowers in a crystal vase, no message at the desk, just sunlight on the silverware and peace inside my chest. A man nearby was staring the way you used to disapprove. For once I did not lower my eyes or ask what I should do. I touched the gold beside my cheek and let the moment pass. I did not need a stranger to make the woman in the glass. The earrings were my mother's, she wore them when she left. A life that asked her to grow smaller than the courage she possessed. She told me beauty is not there is not finished when love is gone. So I raise my cup toward morning, to the woman I could see. Not the one you had abandoned, but the one returning to me. Gold earrings at the breakfast table, right against my simple dress. I had carried grief through midnight, now I wore my tenderness. Gold earrings at the breakfast table, while the city filled with sound, I was not waiting to be chosen, I had chosen my own ground. Gold earrings at the breakfast table, shining warm beside my face. You had left an empty chair there, but the room was full of grace. I paid the bill and stood up slowly. Morning followed as I moved. Gold earrings at the breakfast table, and a woman learning how to bloom. I knew the weight behind your silence before you ever spoke. Knew when pride had bruised your spirit, and when laughter was a cloak. I learned the hour you needed distance and the nights you needed near. I could hear the smallest change in you that no one else could hear. I love the man beneath the armor, not the image others knew. I loved you with a deeper tenderness than you ever understood. I loved you better than you knew, better than your careless heart could see. I held the parts you kept in darkness and called them worthy of the light in me. I loved you better than you knew, but love should not survive on sacrifice. I gave you all the grace I carried. Now I will give myself that kind of life. I stood beside your early failures when the doors refused your name, kept the room warm through the winter while you learned to trust your flame. I celebrated every victory as though the triumph had been mine. Never asked to share your spotlight, only asked you not to leave me behind. But once the world began to praise you, you mistook applause for truth and forgot the quiet woman who had loved the unfinished you. You remembered who admired you, but forgot who understood. I loved you better than you knew, better than your careless heart could see. I held the parts you kept in darkness and called them worthy of the light in me. that kind of life. There were evenings I defended you when my own heart knew you lied. I called your distance independence, and your coldness wounded pride. I made poetry from absence, turned neglect to something deep. That is what a faithful woman does when truth becomes too hard to keep. But I will not condemn the woman who believed in what we had. Her devotion was not foolish, only offered to the wrong hands. You may never fully measure what was lost when I withdrew. Not the dentist's keys or photographs, but the way I carried you. I knew your dreams before they had a name, your fears before they rose. I love the man you might become, and forgave the man you chose. Still I leave without resentment, because my love was never shame. What I gave was real and beautiful, though you could not do the same. I loved you better, better than you knew. Now every gentle thing I gave is coming home to me from you. I loved you better than you knew, but now I love myself that way. I listen when my spirit trembles. I do not ask my heart to stay. I loved you better than you knew, and nothing true was wasted there. You taught me love without protection. I taught myself to love with care. I loved you better than you knew, so I release you without blame. You may forget the woman who adored you, but I will never lose her name. The evening rested on the window, soft and honest, clear and blue. I loved you better than you knew. Now I love myself that way too. Move the chair beside the window where you used to read at night. Put a vase of yellow flowers in the center of the light. I took your records from the cabinet, left a little breathing room, then watched the afternoon move freely through the corners of the room. No footsteps cross the hallway, no key to start the door. The silence I had feared for years did not frighten me anymore. The quiet looked good on me, soft around my shoulders, like a dress I never knew was waiting in my size. The quiet Peace had always been becoming the most beautiful part of me. I walked down to the market, bought the fruit you never chose, took the long way past the river, where the evening traffic slowed. A cafe played an old love song that once would make me ache, but memory passed beside me without asking me to break. I smiled at my reflection in a darkened window pane. There was kindness in the woman there, no longer shaped by pain. I did not need a new romance to prove the old one had released me. Sometimes healing enters quietly and simply takes a seat beside me. The quiet looked good on me, soft around my shoulders, like a dress I never knew was waiting in my size. The quiet looked good on me, nothing left to prove, no heart to keep convincing, no lie to make come true. The quiet looked good on me, and for the first time I could see peace had always been becoming the most beautiful part of me. You called one Tuesday evening, after months without a word, said you missed the way I listened, said you hoped that I had heard. I let the telephone keep ringing while I watered every bloom. Your voice belonged to somewhere else, beyond my peaceful room. It was not anger that refused you, not revenge and not regret. I had simply found a life, your absence no longer interrupted. I used to weigh your disappointment like a shadow on my skin, used to measure every morning by the state you left me in. Now I wake without permission, choose my music, choose my pace. There is freedom in a woman who no longer begs for space. No diamonds make me brighter, no farewell make me complete. I only stopped abandoning myself to keep somebody else with me. One lamp, one chair, fresh flowers, clean air, one heart at rest, no audience, no test. The quiet looked good on me, golden in the evening, moving gently through my home, like it had always known my name. The quiet looked good on me, I bore it without fear. No waiting for your footsteps, no rehearsing what you might want to hear. The quiet looked good on me, more than sorrow ever did. I had spent my life explaining love, now I simply live. The quiet looked good on me as the last blue daylight disappeared. rested peacefully. He once looked good beside me, but the quiet looked better on me. I moved the chair beside the window where you used to read at night. The clock had passed 4:30 when your key disturbed the door. You stepped inside too carefully and left your shoes upon the floor. Your tie was loose, your collar raised, your story ready in your eyes. You said the traffic held you late before I asked you for a line. Then you leaned down to kiss me, and the whole room changed its tune. You came back wearing her perfume. You came back wearing her perfume. You came back wearing her perfume and asking me to trust your eyes. But Jasmine spoke before you did, and silk cannot disguise a lie. You came back wearing her perfume, with midnight resting on your skin. You brought another woman home without ever letting her walk in. You opened up the curtains, said the room had grown too warm, then poured yourself a glass of water like you had outrun a storm. You told me there were clients at a bar across the square, but no man's business meeting leaves a woman's fragrance in his hair. I watched you touch your collar where her lipstick had been blurred. You kept arranging details, but the sand had said the final word. You came back wearing her perfume and asking me to trust your eyes. But Jasmine spoke before you did, and silk cannot disguise a lie. You came back wearing her perfume, with midnight resting on your skin. You brought another woman home without ever letting her walk in. I did not raise my voice, I did not call a name. I only opened every window and let cold air fill the frame. You mistook my calm for weakness, thought one kiss could make me stay. But some truths need no confession once the fragrance gives them away. You reached to take my fingers, Said I always feared the worst. Said suspicion was the poison that had broken us at first. I answered, trust is not a blindness, and love is not a plea. You do not get to bring her perfume, then accuse the doubt in me. The dawn moved through the bedroom, turned your shadow pale and thin. For the first time I could see you without the man you might have been. Maybe she believed your promises, maybe she had heard my blame. Maybe you told her I had left you long before you learned her name. But I would not fight a stranger for a man who chose deceit. The shame belonged to neither woman, it belonged beneath your feet. So keep your borrowed tenderness, keep every practiced line. A heart that needs another body was never wholly mine. You came back wearing her perfume, but I was dressed to leave by dawn. You kept searching for forgiveness while I put my own coat on. You came back wearing her perfume and asking me to trust your eyes. I trusted what the room had told me, more than one more polished lie. You came back wearing her perfume, but you would not remain with me. I opened up the front door and let the morning set me free. The hallway filled with daylight, your glass remained beside the bloom. You stood alone among excuses, still wearing her perfume.